You just send the minutes too, right? But it's not on the agenda. Okay. Good morning, everyone. I think everyone is here and present. Let's go ahead and get the meeting started. We're going to start with the Pledge of Allegiance, led by Delegate Baker.
Delegate Waddle. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And the prayer will be led by Senator Corderman.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. God, we come before you, aware of our limitations and need of your guidance. We lift up the leaders of this group and also ask that you guide us as we do our part to serve our communities with integrity and care. Bless this meeting with clarity, patience, and unity of purpose. We pray all this in your name. Amen.
Amen. Thanks, Senator. Okay, we'll go ahead and get started. We forgot to put it on the agenda, but the minutes were sent out to everyone from the June 22nd and I'm sorry, the January 15th and the January 22nd meetings. Everyone had an opportunity to review those? Any corrections, or is there a motion to approve? Or
motion to approve, omitting the June minutes of approval? Yes, sir.
That would be January, correct?
Okay. Well, I just
January 15th and 22nd for the record. We have a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Delegate Baker. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, vote by saying aye.
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 Thank you. Any opposed? No opposed. The minutes are approved. Thank you all. Also not on the agenda, we had a request from Senator Simonier for a letter of support. He's doing a technical correction to the definition of I guess military and veterans, and there's a section in the law that specifically references Washington County, and he would like a letter of support for his bill, which basically adds two words. It currently says active military, naval, or air service, and it's being changed to active military, naval, air, or space service. So, or space are the two words being added. Is there a motion amongst the group or discussion to send that letter of support?
Motion moved.
We have a motion by Delegate Baker. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Senator McKay. Any further discussion? Seeing none, we will, is it all in favor?
Aye.
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 Any opposed?
What's
None opposed. So we'll get that letter of support out. We'll send it to you all as a draft to review. Okay, moving into action items for our legislation that's been drafted. The first on the list was mobile food service facilities and the semi-permanent food service facilities. We did reach out, as was requested, to the Department of Health, and I know the commissioners also have a copy of that. I think there are some questions. Is Department of Health on this, Paul?
Not that I'm aware of. I've not talked to the Department of Health.
All right.
So,
and then I think the commissioners also had a question about what the length of time as far as defining semi-permanent.
yeah, I think everyone's on the same page. We just want to make sure that the language encompasses obviously the goal here. I don't know if Zach has had an opportunity from the county's attorney's office to take a look at it. And I think that was our question last week. We wanted to give the county an opportunity to look at it in the health department. And so I don't know if Zach, have you had a chance to look at that at all?
Yes, Senator, we got a copy of the bill, I believe yesterday, and circulated it to the commissioners. I haven't had a chance. Generally, like you said, I think it appears to accomplish the goal of the bill. We haven't had a chance to really drill down into the effectiveness or the effect of that 30-day marker. We can certainly do that as well and get back to y'all.
Yeah, maybe Mr. Chairman, maybe we hold this one another
Yeah.
week to allow the county to do diligence, as well as if the health department's reached out, we can just circle back with them just to make sure we have it all buttoned up, and maybe something we can
Yep.
look to make a decision on next week. If that's the will of the body, it's obviously up to you, Mr. Chairman.
No, we'll hold that one till next week. Next, number 2, we have the facilities property tax exemption for stadium and field house. Any discussion on that one?
Mr. Chairman, I think this one may be good to go. I'll make a motion to go ahead and move it.
We have a motion to approve, move forward with it as a delegation bill. Is there a second? Second by Delegate Schindler. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor vote by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? No opposed. The bill will be dropped. The truancy for juveniles pilot program. We had sent this out, as we discussed last week, to Judge Wilson, who's fine with it, and also the Board of Education. The Board of Ed, as a majority, is okay with it, but there was a question by one of the board members, which I have to follow up with. So we're probably going to have to hold this one till next week as well. Any discussion on that one?
No, that's fine.
Okay. The real estate property tax exemption for platoon 22. We did amend that to specify in clarity that it was for certain real property. And then we added the definition that it's real property that is 1, owned by Platoon 22 Incorporated, and 2, used to provide housing to veterans. So that was our discussion last week. So is there any further discussion on that?
Yes, sir. I put the crickets away.
Is there, you hearing crickets in your office?
I was hearing crickets.
I understand that was an issue a few years back.
So, yeah, ever since they took me away from the shed of light,
Yes, yes. Well,
hanging out with
may the
Chairman
lamps-
Weibel.
may the lamps be upon you.
That's yes.
Senator,
Yes. Thank you.
Senator, you seem to be on your A game today. You must have slept really well last
He
night.
had his Wheaties for breakfast. So is that a motion, Senator?
Yes, sir.
All right, we have a motion to move forward with drafting this bill, dropping it. Any, is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by Delegate Valentine. Thank you. I was hearing crickets there for a minute. Any further discussion on this bill? Hearing none, all those in favor vote by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Seeing none, we will drop that bill. The County Salary Study Commission was fairly straightforward. It simply changes the name of one of the entities who would participate in the salary study. Any discussion on that?
What was that change?
It went from, was it the Washington? It went from the Cumberland Valley Associated Builders and Contractors to the Washington County Home Builders Association. So is that a motion, Delegate Baker?
Yes.
So we have a motion by Delegate Baker to move forward with that bill. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Senator McKay. Any further discussion? Seeing none, is all those in favor vote by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Seeing none opposed, we will move forward with that bill. Number 6 was the notice of tax sale alterations. Again, that was last year's bill, simply reintroduced this year. That would change the manner in which the treasurer advertises for properties that are listed for tax sale for non-payment. Any discussion on that bill? Is there a motion to move forward or not move forward with the bill?
Make a motion to move forward.
We have a motion by Delegate Valentine to move forward with the bill. Is there a second?
I'll second.
I heard a second. Is that you, Delegate Schindler?
Yes, sir.
Okay, second by Delegate Schindler. Any further discussion? All those in favor, vote by saying aye or raise your hand. Aye. Any opposed? None opposed. Thank you all. The second one is again, changes the reference in the code for disabled veteran to the US code, which, as we just discussed, will now include Space Force. So any discussion on that bill? Again, it's a reintroduction of last year's bill.
Move the bill, Mr. Chair.
Motion to move forward by Senator McKay, second by Delegate Baker. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor vote by saying aye or raising your hand.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? None opposed. Number 8 is the Code of Public Local Laws, right of entry. This was requested by the county, and it would add a sentence that would allow the county to institute a fine not exceeding $100 and imprisonment not exceeding 30 days or both. Any discussion on that bill? Any interest amongst the group in moving that legislation? Seeing or hearing none, we will table that bill or remove it from further consideration. Is there a motion to remove it from further consideration?
Motion to remove.
Motion by Delegate Baker,
I'll second.
second by Delegate Valentine. Any further discussion?
I don't think it hurts us anything to keep it on the docket just in case, but whatever the will of the delegation is, I'm fine, but.
All right, we have a motion to remove and a second. Any further discussion? All those in favor of the motion, vote by saying aye or raise your hand.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed?
Mr. Chair, I'll be unopposed. Thank you, sir.
Senator McKay opposed. So
I'll oppose as well.
And we have Senator Corman opposed. All right. The motion carries. Manufactured homes, number 9 on the list. Again, that was a request from the county it was initially to put a minimum square footage of 1,000 square feet on homes owned by, or I'm sorry, on homes. I believe the zoning was in residential zonings. As we looked into it a little bit, as you all know, tiny homes are kind of a thing now, and a lot of them, the average tiny home was anywhere from 400 to 600 square feet. So a lot of the members were not in favor of limiting those. So we kind of changed the direction and looking at mobile homes in those zoned areas. So that's the bill before us. Any discussion on that bill? Is there any will amongst the group to move the bill or to hold the bill? Seeing none, Senator, you want to table that one, or do you want to remove it from the list for consideration for this year? You have an opinion? No.
We don't do.
All right, we will, is there a motion to remove it or table it? If there is none, we'll just set it aside. All right, so we'll set that one aside for now. The second set of legislation that we still do not have drafts back, and that's for the septic systems. I actually had discussion, Zach, you're on the phone with the bill drafter of, as far as the request for multi-year contract payments authorization. She said the county already has that authority. So she was going to follow up with an email just to clarify that you already have that authority, and she didn't feel that the legislation was needed.
Great. Happy to have that chat with her for sure. Thank you.
Okay. And then the sole source procurement one that was a late request as well, and we don't have the draft back for that. That's all I have on the list as far as legislation for the delegation. Does anyone have anything else to add to that list?
No, sir.
Just, Mr. Chairman,
Yes, Senator.
just following up on the list in regards to some of the conversations from last week. I know we had talked about recovery homes at one point, and there was a discussion with Delegate Schindler as far as if that was going to be a statewide bill or local bill. Just an update for the good of the committee and folks listening. From my understanding, and I'll defer to Delegate Schindler. I know he's looked into it, but I don't think it's something we're going to be looking to move forward with at this time. But Delegate Schindler, if you want to update the delegation.
Absolutely. So, in trying to put that bill in, talking to the behavioral health and the Department of Health, the reason that that's not going to move forward is the massive fiscal note. That would be close to $2 million fiscal note for that bill, for the staffing for that. So for this year, I don't think we're going to be able to move that forward.
Okay. All right. I appreciate the update. We had decided to remove it from the delegation consideration because you were going to go statewide with it. But okay.
Well,
So-
I think part of that, to be fair, with the conversation was if they would allow it to be a local bill, that maybe that would be an opportunity. But I think, again, not to steal Delegate Schindler's thunder, I think when he inquired, drafted told him we could not make it a Washington County only bill as well. So I think points all the way around, but I think that's
Okay.
yep.
Okay, so there's no reason to revisit it on the delegation level then either, it sounds like.
Correct.
Right.
Okay. Okay. Appreciate the update. Any other discussion on legislation? Seeing none, just kind of thank you all for your involvement with Washington County Day this week. As always, it was a huge success, I think, here in Annapolis, as far as the speakers that they had come and address them, and just the meetings that were held, and then the reception in the evening. I think everything went very well. I just want to thank all of you and thank everyone from Washington County who's been involved in that day and making it a success again this year.
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, I'm not sure that this is the place. I thought that I asked the person to put it in an actual formal complaint in conjunction with code 744899 of the We Really Don't Care code that got a complaint from some of the new leadership in the House of Delegates that unfortunately, and I'm not putting it together that, I'm not there in the House anymore, but it was breakfast this morning. I was talking with a couple other delegates from some other counties, and they actually were kind of let down. They were point blank not impressive with the manner in which I have left Washington County delegation for not putting as much vigor and enthusiasm to advertise Washington County Days on the House floor. You basically just took the blanket down, showed the blanket, obviously very proud of the blanket, which was the giveaway. But there was a lot missing. And my understanding, sir, they would like to see more vigor, more enthusiasm. I said, "Are you talking about BS?" And he goes, "Yes, we would really love to have a little bit more out of the delegation when they are presenting Washington County Days, because it is one of their highlights of the General Assembly ever since a particular person walked the catwalk many years ago."
Yes, Senator, I do agree that we certainly missed that exhibit. And I actually had that discussion with your colleagues, but wasn't able to move the needle as far as having a more desirous presentation. But they felt that we needed to add a little decorum in the House. So,
Well, being a former member, I still have the ability to come onto the House floor. And so if you need to add some
pizzazz.
to it, we'll
We-
definitely look
We
into helping
may
you with
have
that
to
next
invite
year.
you back next year, Senator. Thank you.
Thank you. Indulge the delegation for
As-
allowing me to share this highly important Washington County information with you today.
As former Speaker Bush said, that aisle will never be the same after your performance 1 year. My, and I'm glad that we can still have a sense of humor. Thank you, Senator. Anyone else, any other members have anything for the good of the order? Seeing none, we also open our meetings up for public comment. We'll do so now. I also want to recognize before I do that, Bruce Periano is in the room with us, as well as Delegate Baker. They're both offline, but they're both here and present in person. So having said that, if you have anything to say to the delegation members, just please state your name and address for the record, and we'll give you your time. Seeing no one, that concludes everything I have for the meeting. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So move.
Motion by Delegate Baker. Thank you all. Have a good day.
Thank you.